Hi, Valora Beings. Welcome back. How is your day going? Today, I want to share some thoughts about productivity and growth because I think as human beings, those words mean a lot to us. We care about them. But I need to say this upfront. I am not talking about a productivity hack. I don't have a strategy for growth. I am not using these words the way they usually get used. What I might be talking about is rest and the deeper connection that growth and productivity have to us as humans. Something I think needs more airtime. So, let me ask you something. What comes to mind when you hear the word growth? What does a productive day look like for you? For me, right now, growth looks a lot leaner than I expected. It looks like stay consistent, believe, take one step in front of me. And a productive day for me is any day I get to sit down with myself, even for a few minutes, to just breathe, to be with myself. Did she just say sitting and breathing is being productive? Yeah, I know. I would have said the same thing a couple of years ago. I honestly believed that productivity meant constantly being in action, that I had to earn rest. And most of the time in my mind, I never ended. I felt uneasy when I rested. I didn't really know what rest actually meant. I grew up in an environment where I had to show I was doing something, where doing something meant I was worth something. So doing nothing, that was foreign. It felt like guilt. But here is what I come to understand from my life, and especially from the darkest part of it. We cannot survive without proper rest. We cannot sustain. I am not talking about good sleep, though that is essential. I am talking about time to replenish, to stop the rushing, to let the day's experience settle while we are still conscious. And then let sleep do the repair, to give ourselves permission to let go. How does that land for you? Does it make sense? Or are you thinking, right, another wellness junkie? Let me tell you a story. Okay? There was a 30-year-old woman. We'll call her X. X had been married for 4 years, no children. She had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which made conceiving difficult. And curious people, the way curious people do, kept asking about kids. She'd smile shyly and say, "Oh, I don't have any." After a while, she stopped wanting to talk to anyone. Not really. She was also trapped in a job she hadn't consciously chosen. Her career felt painfully slow. She watched people with half her experience move on to positions she wanted, get pregnant, seem to have everything, while X felt stuck, desperate to escape, desperate to prove she was worth something. Because someone had told her straight to her face that she wasn't worth having children. And her own inner voice told her she was a failure at work too. That if she was worth it, if she were worth it, something would have grown by now. So, X tried to be productive. More study, more degrees, self help books, another podcast. But all of it just drowned her in disappointment, in dissatisfaction, in sadness. It took root in her. And even after she bravely stopped fertility treatments, only to fall pregnant naturally at 32, even after she bravely walked away from a job that was slowly taking her apart, she didn't feel like she'd earned anything. She felt empty, anxious, like she had failed. She came to a point where the darkness almost won, where the light was nearly gone. But, and call this luck, call it what you will, she didn't give up. She was exhausted, she was alone, she was running on empty, but something in her wanted to move forward. So, X started walking painstakingly, slowly, toward what she believed was a light at the end of the tunnel. And it turned out to be a real light source. On that walk, she found something deep inside herself. She called it her soul. You can name it whatever feels right to you. It wasn't grand or brave, it was curled up, tired, anxious, scared. But even in that state, it was curious. It wanted her to stay, to rest for a minute, to talk through her experiences, to process them slowly without judgment. X thought, that is a waste of time. We have to move. We are so behind. Behind what? The soul asked. I need a minute. I'm tired. I won't be any help to you like this. Then I don't need you, X said. I've come this far on my own. I can keep going. The soul just smiled and reminded her gently that they couldn't move forward without each other, without rest. Look at yourself. Do you think it's healthy to keep dragging like this? X didn't want to listen. But something about this small, curious thing made her curious too. It felt lighter than anything she'd felt in a long time. Honest, real, like a connection she'd almost forgotten existed. So she stayed to see what this strange companionship could offer. Are you waiting for the grand finale? It's not here yet. X is still walking, one step in front of her. with her companion holding her hand, moving toward the light. Give her time. But from where I stand, they look like a pretty good pair. You may have guessed, X is me. When I say my growth is slow, please don't mistake that for a slow life. My life is full. I'm a nurse, I'm a mom, someone navigating PCOS and all the hormonal drama that brings, and I am on this journey, whatever this is, and it is busy, and I am mostly tired. But what grounds me is this: the realization that somehow I am in the right place at the right time. I haven't figured anything out. I really haven't. So, if you feel behind, if you feel anxious or tired, know that you are not alone. Sometimes productivity is rest. Sometimes growth is the gentlest possible movement, one brick at a time. And I want to leave you with this: take care of yourself. I know that sounds simple, but it's harder than we think, especially when you have lived a life that asked you to earn everything, that questioned whether you deserved things, that forced you to fight to say, I deserve more. Start there with gentle care. You will figure it out because you are a unique, courageous being. I will see you in the next one. And if this resonated, like, share, subscribe. Peace the algorithm goes with me. Bye bye.